M&T Bank Stadium, just off the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Today, a good one in store. It's the Chicago Bears and the Baltimore Ravens.
Ladies and gentlemen, here are the Ravens.
Mike Tirico with Greg Olson, the rookie, Tyler Luke, set to kick things off. Off we go here in the Inner Harbor. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So here come the Bears and their quarterback for the second straight year. #1 pick in the 2024 draft, it's Caleb Williams.
I always like studying quarterbacks in year 2. I think rookie year, there can either be a lot of growth, right? There's the biggest ability to take that jump, but there's also some struggles you have to work through. In year 2, a full offseason, really understanding the playbook. Things have kind of slowed down for you. I feel like year 2 is a really good indicator of what long-term success looks like for any young quarterback.
He's brought down at the 31. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the 31, here's 2nd down and 6. From the shotgun, it's Williams. Toss right side to the tight end, Komet. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
It's a gain of 10.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
On 1st and 10, it's Williams. Oh, a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down.
Anytime you see a receiver at this level miss a ball that easy, it's just concentration. They just take it for granted. All of a sudden, they're thinking about what their next move is or what they're going to do after the catch. And instead of just focusing on first things first, secure the catch, put the ball away, then become a runner.
He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, it's Williams from the gun. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively. It sets up 4th down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. So the Ravens will come out, and they are led by the man who's won the MVP twice and was the runner-up a season ago. Hard to believe it is year 8 for Lamar Jackson as the Ravens quarterback.
Is there a more exciting guy in the NFL to watch play quarterback than this guy, Mike? I mean, one of the most dynamic athletes to ever play the position. And what's truly unique about him is his ability to beat you both as a runner and equally as a passer. And that's really where his game has developed. Defensive coordinators, they don't sleep very much when they know they're facing this guy and all the problems that he presents. I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the gun, Jackson. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
15.
For whatever reason, when the ball was in the air, Mike, it seemed to me like he was almost having a little trouble tracking it. I'm not sure if that's what allowed the defender to catch back up, but ultimately it was the contact at the catch point that causes the incomplete, and now it's going to bring up third and real long.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring fourth down right in the face.
Stopped in his tracks on that one. They made sure that return was not going any farther. The Bears offense ready to possess the football for the second time. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. The tight end, Komet, is on the move. A play fake, and they'll throw with Williams. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Falls incomplete. The big tight end, Cole Komet, the intended receiver. It's 2nd down.
He's going to wish he had that one back. I think his receiver got behind the defense, Mike, and had a lot of room to run, but he just put a little too much on it, and they're not able to connect.
Now they'll pitch it out here. And he's going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about 1. Jair Alexander up from the secondary to make the stop.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
3rd down and 9. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. A quick slant, looked in by Moore. A first catch for DJ, and a first down.
Gain of 12. First down, Bears.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
On first down, it's Swift. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a first down.
First down, Chicago.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
Complete to Rome Odunze. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Ravens' 24-yard line.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Here's a handoff to Swift. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. Now, after that last play, we have an injured Raven. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. Here's a run with their tight end. And he maneuvers his way forward. A gain of 6.
On the tackle. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Ravens' 5-yard line.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Off play action. Here's Williams. Flush to his right. Good blocking, and he's in. Caleb Williams. Touchdown, Chicago.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
Santos, good on the extra point. And the Bears will take a 7-0 lead. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. On the return, it's Keaton Mitchell. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense ready to take over for their second possession. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Here's Lamar. He'll keep it on the zone read. He'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line. They get 11 and quickly pick up a 1st down.
When this offense is really in gear, Mike, a lot of it is because of the ability of Lamar Jackson running the football. He is what makes this thing go, and you can see why.
So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. In motion goes Likely. First carry for one of the league's best workhorses, Derrick Henry. A nice pickup moving it across the 40. We'll give him 6 on that play.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 42-yard line.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. In motion goes Likely. Gonna go right back to Henry. Henry hit, the ball comes free. Looks like one of the Ravens was able to fall on it. Yes, indeed they did. So Baltimore will keep possession.
Pretty fortunate right there, Mike. If that ball bounces just a different direction, that could easily be a turnover or even points the other direction.
On 3rd down, Jackson. That is left side and caught by Cloud. Call it a gain of 13. Good for a Raven 1st down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball. Give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
That's to the right side. He's got Andrews. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and a yard. On the option, they give it to Henry. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. 1st down, Baltimore.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
DeAndre Hopkins was the intended target for that one. And it'll lead to a second down. The shotgun, here's Jackson. He's got it at the 7. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. That is a gain of 20. And what a chance now. First and goal coming up.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
First and goal, and it's Henry. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
A 4-yard gain brings up second and goal at the 2-yard line.
From the 2 now, here's second and goal. Go with their fullback trying to get it. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Patrick Ricard. Touchdown, Ravens. They're out there to block most of the time, but Greg, great reward for the fullback to carry it in for the touchdown.
Not every team in the league even carries a fullback, but man, if you have one on your roster, Mike, not many better places to use him than down here on the goal line.
Tyler Luke now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Ravens will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with first down. Here's Williams. Here's a screen taken in by Swift. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 40-yard line. Love to start any drive like that. 18 on the first play. And a first down.
I like the call. Using the screen as a drive starter to pick up a chunk play and get this offense into some rhythm. It's clear this offensive play caller anticipated the rush of the defense, and he was able to use it against them.
To the ground, a first down run. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hacks to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get him down and keep him to no gain.
Williams to throw on second down. Toward the middle, that's caught by Moore. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line. A gain of 24 through the air. First down, Chicago.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. I think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
And he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere.
These are the impact plays that this linebacker is capable of, Mike. Not only dissecting and determining where the ball was going, but then to shoot through the line of scrimmage and make this tackle for a loss. That's a big-time play by a really good player.
That's going to be incomplete, and it'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
It is 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. And that one is incomplete and brings us to the end of the first quarter of play. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. All even on the scoreboard. We'll be back in Baltimore after this. Here's Tory Taylor now, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. They'll begin inside their own 15-yard line, so a lot of real estate to cover. It's 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Not a great start by this running back here in the first half, Mike. He had a fumble earlier. Now he struggles just to get back to the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to get more out of this run game as the rest of this game moves along.
2nd and 10. They'll go again here with Henry. Once again, this defense up to the task. They stop him for no gain yet again. And now it's 3rd down.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track, because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
That's caught. Henry. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the 1st down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
Here's Jordan Stout now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The Bears offense ready to take over once more. They'll work in a tie game here in the 2nd quarter and get started with 1st and 10. They'll go play action here with Williams. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. Rome Odunze, the one he was looking for. And it'll bring up second down.
On the coverage.
Initially, a nice job by the receiver. He actually was open downfield. He was able to get behind the defense, but the window closed up so quickly they couldn't get the ball to him. Prevents the big play.
Give up the middle with Swift. And to pick his way forward, a gain of about 5. And that's going to set up third down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Third and short yardage. Here's Williams. He'll send this one deep for Odunze. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
A fair catch taken here, and it's going to come right at the 15-yard line. The Ravens offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Play action now. Jackson. He's got his tight end. It's Andrews. And he'll be ridden out of bounds after a gain of 6.
Great timing and anticipation. The second the tight end's head turned around, the quarterback put the ball on him, and now it's, hey, let's see who wants to tackle this big guy and bring him to the ground.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 4. They'll run. It's Henry. Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line.
He's just such a hard guy to get on the ground. You can see just his strength and his ability to fight through contact. But give credit to the defense. They kept coming after him, and eventually they got him down on the ground, and they got him down for a loss.
3rd down, they need 5. Jackson looking to throw. He'll try to run for it. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. Looks like the Bears got there, and they did. Chicago ball.
That was a great play by the defense, Mike. He got a little sloppy with ball security as he leaves the pocket. They're able to knock it loose and put an end to this drive.
The Bears offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll have a short field ahead as they look to break our tie. It is 1st and 10. Shotgun, it's a give to Swift, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Great job here by this linebacker, Mike. There was no reading and reacting. From the snap, he was attacking. Meets the ball carrier right at the line of scrimmage. No gain.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Williams. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
On 3rd down, it's Williams. He'll try and get there on the ground. He is dangerous when a play breaks down. A pickup of 18.
Starts on the tackle. A gain of 18 on the play. And the Bears.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on 3rd down, Mike. You can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit, keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
Now Swift will be brought down inside the 25. Tackled there by Trenton Simpson.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 24 now, here is 2nd down and 9. Here's Williams now to throw. That's a short throw caught by Komet. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
On 3rd down, they'll set up the blitz. Gets there, and he lost the football. And it looked like one of the Bears was able to get in there. He did, so the ball stays with Chicago.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
On 4th down, it's Cairo Santos on for the Bears field goal. This one from 41 yards out. Santos's kick is good. And the Bears will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
Cairo Santos following the made field goal. Back out to kick this one away. Tylan Wallace now on the return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense about ready to take over once more. They'll start out 1st down and 10. In motion comes Andrews. Off the play fake, Jackson. He takes off, and he'll give himself up here, but it's a gain of 5 on 1st down.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 6. To throw is Jackson. Now a screen set up for Henry. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down.
Do a nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
Now Lamar going to hang on to it. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. A gain there of 21. Good for a Raven 1st down.
Baltimore 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
This defense has had their share of troubles trying to contain this quarterback today, Mike. This time they go to the zone read. The defender goes after the running back, and the quarterback pulls it, keeps it himself, and has a huge gain for a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, Jackson. That's into the hands of Flowers. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
1-yard gain.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started. The drag route, we used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
They'll run the sneak, trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
51-yard attempt.
This one off the upright. He had the distance, but it's no good. And this is going to remain a 3-point game.
Mike, I'll tell you, off his foot, I thought he had it the entire way. I mean, sometimes you get lucky and the ball kind of kicks in off the upright, but other times you don't. And in this case, the upright sent it right back.
The Bears offense ready to get back to work. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. The tight end, Komet, is on the move. He'll start on the ground with Swift. He kept waiting for that cutback lane to develop. It never did. He's tackled right at the line of scrimmage.
You could tell the entire time that running back is just looking for his crease to get vertical and cut back. But the defense does a great job. Inside-out pursuit, strings this ball out towards the sideline. Nowhere to go, and they make a big stop for no gain.
He'll get this out wide. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
A gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
Two minutes to play in the first half of a 3-point game. We'll come back to Baltimore after this. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? On 3rd down, it's Williams from the gun. He's got the hook up there to Odunze. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. A gain there of 16 yards. Good for a Bears 1st down.
And that's an important conversion, not only because it keeps their offense on the field, and now they can go down and see if they can steal some late points. But either way, worst case scenario, Mike, if you're the offense here, you want to possess the ball going into halftime. Don't give your opponent a chance to go down and score on you. So big pickup there. Now we'll see if they can turn it into some points.
Still 1st down.
So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. They will run it over center with Swift. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
We spent so much time, Mike, talking about these defensive backs and their ability in pass coverage, but when you also have a defensive back that can make plays in the run game, especially behind the line of scrimmage, man, those guys are just so hard to find. That was a heck of a job here by this guy.
Out to his right. He'll air it out down the middle. Good coverage there in the end zone. That is incomplete. Terrific work. They separated the man from the football, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late, and it's probably a touchdown.
Now Williams. We'll try to set up the screen here to Swift. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. Well short of the 1st down mark.
Brings up 4th down.
On now, it's Cairo Santos for the field goal. This is going to be a 51-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Bears going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Cairo Santos following the made field goal. Back out to kick this one away. This returnable for Wallace. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Ravens offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Open man is Bateman. He's got him.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short, one of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it, but a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield, take off, turn into a runner, pick up the 1st down.
In motion goes Likely. Jackson now to throw on 1st down. And over the middle to the tight end, Andrews. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. The Ravens now going to use their final timeout. The clock will stop with 34 seconds to go until the break. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. That's complete. It's Justice Hill out of the backfield. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Bateman is the motion man. Here's Hill. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this 1st half of play.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the 2nd half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula and come out on top in this tight one as we hit the 2nd half. Pretty interesting 1st half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this 2nd half gets underway. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Ravens offense ready to get going again. They'll have it 1st in this third quarter. The deficit, 6 points. So a touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. Jackson fires complete to Flowers. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
At the 47-yard line.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 1. On the give, here's Henry. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
They'll motion the slot man right. They'll try and run for this with Henry. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
Ravens bring their punt team out.
For the Ravens.
Duvernay to return. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Bears offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. A play fake, and they'll throw with Williams. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Complete to Durham Spike. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 31-yard line.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 2. On the ground, it's Swift. He's going to have a Bears first down. The tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
Down at the 43-yard line. A gain of 12. First down, Bears.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
On first down, they give it right back to Swift. And this time, they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss, and it's 2nd down.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
On 2nd down, it's Williams. Throw right side, caught by Odunze.
Complete to number 15, Rome Odunze. A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
This is 3rd and 6. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. And that is incomplete.
So the hope is your 1/3 down conversion from really jump-starting a possession that ultimately leads in points. But after that 3rd down incompletion, Kind of throws a wrench into those plans.
The Bears sending out their punt team, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. They'll begin with 1st and 10. The 30, up the sideline, past midfield, and he is finally taken down inside the 40-yard line. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 47 yards.
First down.
Well, I'm not sure you're going to find a better example of just pure speed in the open field than that run right there. I mean, when he got past the first wave, you got the sense that he might just be able to outrun everybody on the field.
Strong running there, inside the 30, on the move with a gain of 9.
It's a gain of 9, brings up 2nd and a yard.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and a yard. In motion goes Likely. On 2nd down, here's a run with Henry. And he will have the 1st down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chains.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
On 1st down, they'll stay on the ground with Henry. And a good run there. They'll get him 5 yards.
He was taken down.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
They'll try to throw here with Jackson. That is left side and caught by Flower. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
So as a saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
They'll run it with Henry. Have to push through that one tackler, but he is wrapped up right at the line of scrimmage.
Running back looked a little unsure of himself on that carry there, Mike. You have to think back to that fumble earlier in the game. How much is that still weighing on his mind? He didn't really seem to attack that hole like we've seen in the past. He gets stopped for no gain.
They'll go again here with Henry. Henry hit, the ball comes free. Looks like the Bears got there, and they did. Chicago ball. Boy, that one hurts, Greg. They had a really nice drive going and moved it halfway down the field, but then fumbled down here in the red zone, and the defense comes up with a turnover.
Anytime you put together a drive of this length, Mike, you just want to come away with points. Of course, a touchdown is the main goal, but in this case, to turn the ball over this deep in the red zone is just a brutal turn of events for this offense.
They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. This drive will begin with a run by Swift. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
Marlon Humphrey on the tackle. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 16-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Here's a toss as they look to run. He's going nowhere. Losing yardage on that play.
So much of what makes a toss play so good is it allows you to get the ball on the perimeter of the defense really quickly, and it doesn't stress all of your backside blocking. But on the downside, it does get your running back running east and west. They're running sideways for the first couple steps, and with a defense that can run to the ball, they're able to get you down for a loss.
From the shotgun, it's Williams. Over the middle, that's Komet. They get 12 yards on that pass. First down, Chicago.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, that on third down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with that.
This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
Throwing on second down, Williams. He'll get this underneath to Swift. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
And the Bears.
You get so caught up defending all of these weapons all over the field, and it's sometimes really easy to forget about the back. And in this case, the quarterback does a nice job just dropping the ball off in his check down, and he lets him do the rest.
Give up the middle with Swift. The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. Give them 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
To the left side, into the hands of Moore. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20. That pass play, good for 22. Good for a Bears first down.
Just a really good play design that time, Mike, from the offensive coordinator. They match up one of the most explosive playmakers in the NFL with a hook curl defender, and he's just not able to match up with one of the best route runners in the league.
And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
It's second and inches.
Second and inches. On the give, it's Swift. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
You can see the running back. He's waiting patiently for that cutback lane to open, and it just never did. Great job by the defense, continuing to string that play out sideways, and they're able to take him down for a loss.
They've moved the ball well here, but now face 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it. It's Swift, and he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this third quarter of play. So, 3 quarters now in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Only need a yard, and it's 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Williams. That is incomplete. Oh, they elected to throw on 4th and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on down. The Ravens offense ready to get back at it. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. He finds some room across the 25. And he's out of bounds all the way into enemy territory, past midfield. It's a big play when they needed it the most. 41 yards.
You're not going to find many runs that are executed that well very often, Mike. I mean, in the beginning, perfect blocking, perfect path by the back. And then the rest, just a really talented guy with the ball in his hands, and it leads to a huge game.
They get 15 on that game. 1st down, Baltimore.
A gain of 15 yards. That's another Baltimore 1st down.
Couple of explosive runs here to start the drive, and now you got to ask yourself, what's the counterpunch? I think as this defense continues to pack themselves in tight, this is a prime opportunity to try to take a big shot downfield.
Gonna go right back to Henry. And a missed tackle there. He pushes forward. It'll give him 4 yards.
At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 5. Back to throw. Jackson. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He'll try and get there on the ground. And it's a big run down to the 10-yard line. That is a gain of 20. What a chance now. 1st and goal coming up.
1st down and goal to go.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the 1st down.
Mark down at the 6.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on 1st and 2nd down. The last thing you want is to be in 3rd and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These long, sustained drives on the ground, you kick a field goal, that's a win for the defense.
And he's so close to the goal line, couldn't get that ball extended. They keep him out, and it sets up 3rd and goal.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get 1 more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line. No gain on a quarterback sneak? That's pretty surprising, Mike, anytime we see that happen. There just aren't many plays in the NFL that we consider to be automatic. The quarterback sneak is normally pretty close.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. That one, take it in. Jay Flowers. Touchdown, Baltimore. The game-tying touchdown here in the 4th quarter, and a chance to take the lead with the point after.
Mike, the sideline's going crazy with that late score, but they still need this extra point to take the lead here and see if they can hang on to this 4th quarter lead.
extra point attempt to come here.
Extra point.
The kick is good. Important one as they take the lead here in the fourth quarter.
14. Bears 13.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown, time to kick it back the other way. This is fielded inside the 5. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. He's going to have a Bears first down. He's got this up to the 35.
Brought down at the 35-yard line. A gain of 11 on the play. And the Bears first down.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
That is caught out wide on the RPO. And he'll be run out of bounds. It's a good gain on 1st down. They pick up 7 yards.
Out of bounds.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
From the 43, here's 2nd and a couple. On the give, here's Swift. And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a first down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Williams. To the left side, he's got Komet. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. That's a pair of hookups on this drive. This one goes for 14 yards and a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head.
On 2nd down, it's a run with Swift. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards.
At the 25-yard line. A 4-yard pickup on the play. And the Bears first down.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Here's Williams. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
Down back at the 32.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. The tight end, Komet, is on the move. They'll run out of the gun. It is Swift. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line.
Back's doing everything in his power to try to get that ball around the edge to the boundary, but just great pursuit there by this linebacker, staying with his angles, running through contact, and he makes the play behind the line.
They need one right now. 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. That's deep for the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete.
A little miscommunication there. Now brings up 3rd down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
So now the Brazilian-born Cairo Santos in a big spot. This to take the lead here in the 4th. This one has plenty of legs, and it is good. And they take the lead here in the 4th quarter.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the 4th quarter.
So, after the field goal to take the lead, kicker is back out there to send this one away. On the return, it's Mitchell. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. Lamar Jackson and the Ravens headed back out again. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with a way to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those into big plays. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Bateman is the motion man. Off the play fake, Jackson.
That quarterback called that play in the huddle. That ball was only going to one guy. He was the first read, the second read, and the check down, and it was called to perfection. They got the perfect look. It led to a nice gain.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. On the give, here's Henry. Whoa, and he lowers the shoulder. A gain of about 3.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
They'll go with the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
For a Baltimore 1st down. 1st and 10.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, Jackson. This throw right is taken in by Flower. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Here's Henry, and he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
It's a gain of a yard. And the Baltimore 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2-minute. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be...
Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And that was very nearly a disaster at this juncture of the game. But fortunately, a teammate able to cradle it, and they keep possession.
And I feel like we see this so often, Mike, especially with how good these receivers are after the catch. They're so eager to pick up that extra yardage. Sometimes they don't completely put the ball away, and with how good these defenders are at knocking it loose, pretty fortunate on that one. His teammate was there to prevent that from being a turnover. And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
And here we go, 4th and inches. Jackson up top again. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he's going to have a Ravens first down. They wind up with a gain of 11 on 4th down.
1st and 10.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive.
This is 1st and 10. Hill. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their second.
That's good.
As they get it with just under a minute to go in this football game.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining, and it's 1st and 10. Henry. And once again, he loses the football. And it will be another turnover as this defense does it again.
And there is the backbreaker, Mike. The one thing you can't have late in the ball game is a turnover. You're ready, you're up against the wall. You know you need a late score here to come back from behind, and let's give credit to this defense. They know they were a stop away from victory, and after forcing that late turnover, it looks like they're going to seal this one.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So this one, a win for the visiting Bears. And right away you can point to the turnover battle. Always key. Tells the story so often. It did here again today. Their offense didn't turn it over at all. They finished on the plus side with the takeaways. As a result, they're going to come away with the victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olsen and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone.